Hello, everybody. This is ELIZ-SHA Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and emphasis on the .net. This is my logo, the Phoenix Rampic, or the Phoenix Rising. We're doing air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for July 7th, 2023. So let's see what we have in store for us. The first card is the Princess of Swords, which Princess of Swords is pretty adamant that things get done. She doesn't give you much leeway to escape. So, and she also has to do with the subconscious and change. We don't like to change, but she doesn't. She kind of goes in there and says, you don't have a choice, so you're going to change. Whether you like it or not, tomorrow or the 7th is a day of shifting. Then I get the Moon card, and the Moon card has two things. I think tomorrow it is dealing with the subconscious, but as you deal with the subconscious, it brings you up to a higher vibration, of course, and more wisdom. So when you have the Moon come up, the subconscious, it's hard to deal with unless you're willing to look at what the subconscious has to offer you. And there are tricks to get into the subconscious. If you know them, use them. If you don't, I don't know, Google them. So, for instance, when you would see repeating numbers like 555, 1000, 1111, it's your subconscious and your spirits, guides talking to you, telling you to pay attention to certain things. And Freudian slips is a really good one. If you've got a problem, you don't know what it is, just give yourself a word. And if you don't know what that word means, Google it and see what the psychological reference is. Or if you have a pain in your body, like you have a pain in your neck, Google what pain in the neck means spiritually, because they are always going to be something. Like you pain in your leg, afraid to walk forward. Pain in your back, not enough support, emotional support. A pimple on your nose, worrying about money. So there's lots of ways you can deal with this without, if you don't want to go to a therapist or you don't want to go to somebody like me. So there's things you can do. This is this 9 of Wands. Don't try to overprotect yourself. Don't be afraid to look at who you truly are. It's by looking at who you truly are that you actually move forward. It's saying, oh, I don't want to be that way, so I won't act that way. I'll fake it till I make it. But it doesn't help if you don't look at what's underneath it all, because it will explode when you least expect it. And I've had people do that. They just can't deal with the situation and they walk away, and there's nothing you can do for them until they're ready to do it. But it behooves you to be open to seeing what's coming next. And then I have the Queen of Wands. So what comes next for us is more knowledge, more inner knowledge. I don't know why I know this, but I know I'm right. I know this is the right answer. That's the kind of thing where we learn to trust the universe. We learn to trust ourselves. Well, we have to trust ourselves before we can trust anybody else, honestly. Because when we do trust ourselves, we can instinctively know this person's good for us, that situation's bad for us. And these are part and parcel of the gifts that we were given when we first descended into Earth. And we chose to go with the logical. We chose to use logic over heart-based and logic. So if you want to switch that out, you want to use your heart and your logic, not the logic and the logic, or the heart and the heart. that you want balance, is that's what it creates. When you do that and you allow, well, first of all, let's go here. It is work. It's not easy. I don't promise any easy trips. Can be fun, can be devastating for a few minutes because we get enough dark nights of the soul or tower moments and things like that. But if you flow with it, it will move through, and your hard work will pay off. Because I got the magician. The magician is bringing you information in and making it work comfortably within the surroundings of where we're living. Do we live fully in the third dimension? Not very many of us do. Some people are stuck there, but not many aren't. So it is up to us to follow our intuitions and know which is good for us and which is bad, is not going to work for us. And when we do this, we have the Seven of Wands, which is the ability to deal with life situations with grace and aplomb. And it changes our whole identity. We're still us. We still have certain personality traits that are not going to change because that's who we are, but it will change us enough to be Knight of Pentacles, where we are pleased with what we do. We see the work we've done, we acknowledge it, we're happy with it, and it will bring us to a sense of happiness, joy, not joy, happiness. Joy is slightly different, but it will bring us to joy as well. The more we interact with ourselves from a intuition level, followed by the logic level, the happier we'll be, because we get to bypass things that we don't need that lesson anymore. You go into something because we need a lesson, but if we don't need the lesson, why do we do it? So it's easy enough to go, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. What can I do? Oh, I am so busy that day. I am so sorry. I cannot make it. And you make sure that you are busy that day. So because we want to be honest and assured, we don't want to be somebody who goes around lying. That is not a positive for us. When we reach this level where we can bypass certain situations, there will be situations come up you cannot bypass, because those are lessons that you want to learn. Not want so much, but you've decided that you want to learn somewhere or other. Not here in the physical, obviously. But what brings us to the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, I have been reading it for many years as support from others. And I still will read it as a support from others. But now I look at it and I think, that's our inner support. That's our inner strength. That's our inner ability to shift and change. It's our inner ability to accept new knowledge into our being. And that makes us master craftsmen. Doesn't make us masters of life. That's a little bit higher stage, but it's close. It's very close. You'll find that we can't go and say, okay, I want an apple, and an apple appears, or I want to go to the Champs-Élysées for breakfast yet, but it's something we're working towards. It's something that's possible in the future. One of the things, and it's just an aside today, is the star. Continue to work on the balance between the male-female energy. That's something that's going to be ongoing for quite a while. But what we'll do if we balance our inner selves is it brings us to a potential where we start to make money or abundance. And again, money is not always abundance. Money is the least thing on the list for abundance. but money gets you what you want still. Until we don't need money, we have to consider it. But abundance is health, good food, good, decent homes, things like that, and nice clothes. But it's what you think is abundance, not what everybody else thinks is abundance. Always be the master of your own desires. All right. So, namaste, namasko. I love you, and you I do love. Bye.